The simplest way to make your first $10,000 online is by selling items or products that people already want to buy. You see, where most people go wrong when they start a business is they think they have to reinvent the wheel, they have to open a physical storefront, they try to go out and create their own products. And while all of those things can be fantastic business ideas, it is much, much easier to make your first $10,000 by taking the simple route of selling items that people are already buying. And by the end of this video, you're gonna have a clear roadmap, because in this video, I wanna break down exactly what you should sell. I'm gonna break down how you can find those winning items, and I'm going to break down the fastest way to make sales after you're finding things that are already selling profitably. So no more beating around the bush, let's jump into it. So here's what you should sell. It's items like these that are already in high demand on Amazon. We can see this pair of shoes sells over 300 times per month, and it's a very popular brand that people are already used to buying. In this case, it is Hoka. You can sell everything from Nikes to Legos to Neutrogena to CeraVe, any of those big name brand items that people are already buying. You can typically sell them on Amazon, right? And in this case, we can buy this exact same pair of shoes on sale from Hoka, directly from the brand's website here. We can buy them for $100, and over on Amazon, they're currently selling for $169, which leaves us with $35 profit every time this item sells. And I've done this exact same thing for years as well. I started buying items like these from my college dorm room, and by the time I graduated school, I was already making a six-figure income, and this is my full-time job now. I literally just resell items that I find online. And so in this video, I want to give you the tools to break down how you can do the exact same thing, find that time freedom, spend more time with friends and family, whatever your goal is. After we're breaking all this down today, you're going to have no excuse but to build a second income stream, right? So let me go ahead and quickly break down how we can find other winning items. And it starts just by looking at any random sale that's going on, right? I like to look at name brand shoes in this case. So I like to look at Hoka. I also like to look at Nike's website, and we can see today they're doing a sale. So there's up to 50% off. Plus there's a lot of these items that we can also get a coupon code on. So whenever you're trying to find winning items to sell on Amazon, just start opening up any of the major retailer websites. So Adidas is a good example. We can also check more generic retailers like Kohl's, and we can see, oh, they've got an Easter sale going on. Really, we just want to do a quick scout across the internet, see where we might be able to find cheap products. And once we find a good place to look, like this Nike sale that we're going to dive into, all we need to start doing is opening up the listings of products that we think could sell for way more money on Amazon. And if you don't know what to look for, we'll break it down in this video, no worries, right? So as we're scrolling through here, I typically like to look for items that are already on sale plus a coupon code. Some of these items could be good, right? So as we're looking through here, if we're getting 20% off this $180, we're buying these for 150 or so, somewhere in that range. And a good rule of thumb that I like to keep in mind as I'm looking through websites is that I need to be able to sell these items for about double what I'm going to buy them for to actually make my profit. That typically works out to be a pretty standard profit margin. So in this example where we're buying these for $150 or so after our coupon code, I would be hoping that these items are for sale on Amazon for $300. And so the more you're looking through items, the more you're going to understand what is a reasonable price for some of these items. But let's go ahead and just start opening up some of these products, and we'll go ahead and figure it out. So I'm going to start just clicking open a couple of these that are on sale. So those waffle shoes right there. Let's go ahead and check out maybe some of these Jordans there. So right here, there's this hoodie on sale, but something that you'll get the feel for is like the weirder the item is, generally the slower it sells and the harder time it's going to be to make a profit. The print on this is just a little weird. I don't see that selling super fast on Amazon. We can go check out some of these biker shorts here. We'll open up a couple more things. Let's see about maybe some of these Jordans here. Let's open some of these women's shorts, could be good. And we'll start there, right? So let's go ahead and hop in, right? So all we're trying to do is to determine as fast as possible if this item actually sells on Amazon. And this is where our first paid product research tool is going to come in. This is our tool, SellerAmp. And basically what it allows us to do here is we can click the Chrome extension, and it's going to pull this title and search that item on Amazon all in one page, so you can very quickly see whether or not it's going to be something that's worth digging a little bit deeper into. And so when we do that, we can see that a lot of these items, they have 150,000 bestsellers ranked. So the closer the number is to 1, the closer it is to the number 1 best-selling clothing item. I typically like to keep this under about 150,000. And so these shoes are definitely towards the higher range of that, but I'll still go ahead and open them up on Amazon, and then we'll go ahead and break down what I'm looking for here. So the first thing I want to do is go down here to Keepa. This is the only other paid tool that you need. This is called Keepa. It's $20 a month. SellerAmp's $20 a month. That should be basically your entire overhead when you get started. Super, super cheap business to start. And then we just need to dive in here, right? So let's go ahead and figure out if any of these shoes are selling for enough money on Amazon that we can actually make a profit after it's all said and done. So I'm going to go to variations here, and then I'm going to filter by new price. So this is showing me the highest price variations on this entire listing. And in this case, seems like there's a whole bunch of shoes lost on this listing. So we'll just do a quick check here, and we'll see see. And that looks similar to what we had on Amazon. So we got like this grayish, and we've got like a white, and then the all black, but the all black's not on sale. So we'll just do a quick scroll through here, see if we can find any of those. And I'm not seeing too much on this listing, so we'll go ahead and check out. This next one is definitely the right product. Always just a good idea to open up multiple listings, see if you can find, some kind of gems, stuff like that. So let's see. We're buying these for 79 bucks. So 79 bucks right there. We also have a 20% coupon. We're buying these for $63. If we want to follow that ×2 rule, in this case, that would be like 120 bucks. Or we could probably end up selling these for 115 profitably. And so we just need to do a quick check and see, are any of the shoes on this listing, are they selling for more than 115 bucks? And again, we'll go variations, we'll go to new, and then it's sorted by the highest price. But in this case, I'll even show you another quick little kind of time saving hack, right? So this color here is called Summit White Black. So what we can do is we can go over here to color. We can just type Summit White, and that's probably going to filter us down to, nope, we got to add a little bit more. So Summit White. There we go. Perfect. So now we're just filtered down to all of the shoes that we're looking for in that brand. And it seems like we have one that's a little bit close to profitable, right? So right away, we might be onto something. We do have the size 6 in stock right there. And this is the size 6 over here on Amazon. So let's see, currently 108 bucks. We were buying these for $63. So profit is like just a little bit lower than I like to look for. Typically, I look for a 35% return on investment. For every dollar I spend, I want to get $1.35 back. Typically works out to where it's a little bit less risky that way. And so in this case, like if this is your first item, you're just trying to find something to buy and sell, I don't see you losing money on this item really. There's a pretty good history here for several weeks at least where the item's been over $100. So you could probably buy something like this, probably buy 5 units of it, test it out. Worst case scenario, the price might go down a little bit. You're still making $10 profit each, but right now we're making $20 profit a pair on this. So that's not like a home run by any means, but just a super quick example of something that could be profitable. So let's go on to this next listing here and see what we can find. So the Jordan Max Aura 5s, there they are right there. And so this is right away, this shows me that there might be a little bit more potential here. We could see, especially if a lot of these colors are on sale. Yeah, we do have several of these colors that have coupons and stuff. So the reason why this is a little bit more promising to me is this max cost right here. This is showing me the maximum cost that I would want to pay for this item to hit either that 35% ROI or a $3 profit. That's just how my settings are. You can tweak that to however you want, but it's just like a quick check basically that tells me that it might be worth digging a little bit deeper into this item, right? So seems, yeah, so that's the same shoe right there. There's those white, just checking a couple the colors. Oh, it's actually a little bit different. Yeah, so colors are a little bit different, right? So that's like grayish there. I believe it's this one though. But yeah, so we do have this one on the listing, and this one's also on sale, so it doesn't change too much. We're buying these for, again, 79 bucks times 0.80 because we have a 20% coupon. We're paying 63, so it's honestly going to be very similar. I bet it's 115. Yeah, so if we can buy any of these for 115 that are this color, let's do the same thing. So we grab the color right there. Let's go over here to color contains right there. Perfect. And then we can see right now the highest price of any of these is $104. So it's a little bit lower profit than we're probably hoping for. We can just check a couple of these real quick, make sure that the price is really that low. Yeah, so 90 bucks, probably not worth checking out. Buying these for 63. Yeah, 26% ROI is a little bit too low for shoes. 63. Yeah. But like I said, if you're really just trying to get the ball rolling, it's not the worst. That last item I probably would go ahead and pick up something like this. ROI is a little bit low, but like you can see, we're already very much on the right track. And so let's go ahead and check out maybe some of these shorts here just to get some variety. So let's go ahead and do it again. We're just going to grab the SellerAmp Chrome extension right there. I'm going to search the listing and bang. So we got lots of opportunity here. And this is also a good opportunity to show you. Now let's stick with it. So there's multiple of these different listings here. We can see some of them we could buy for honestly decently expensive. Prices are pretty good on these. And so what we can do right away here is we can check back to the listing on Nike to see if any of these are on a good enough sale. But anytime you see an item that's selling this fast, it's always a good idea just to check the internet and see if we can find maybe a different source, right? So all these are like 30 bucks on Nike. Some of them have a coupon, that kind of thing. But let's go ahead and Google this one. And since it sells over basically 4,000 times a month, there's probably some potential for us to slip in here and make some money. So there's a different listing that's selling 1,000 times a month. So here, maybe could be a sale on some of those there at Shields. Let's see, Dick's Sporting Goods has some of them. Maybe even some at Nike at a cheaper price. Let's start there. Sweet. So we got lots of different colors here at Shields. So 23 bucks we can pay for pretty much all these at the bottom. So yeah, we might be in the money on this listing, honestly. If we're paying 23 bucks, let's see. So these are size small. Is this kind of the first item we looked at? Oh, it's like a grayish waistband. So let's check that out. So darker. Probably that right there. Let's see. Yeah, we do have this darker waistband in stock right there. So 23 bucks. size small, because it has sold in the past for 35. Typically, I would want to see that it's profitable at the 30-day average at the very least. So that's a 31% ROI. That's honestly a pretty decent item, and it sells really fast too. So let's check out this variations here, and we'll see if we can just dig up all of the super profitable versions of this basically pair of shorts here. And this could be them right there. So we can see nice little price history chart showing lots of consistency over time, hanging around that $45 price point. Let's see. So size extra small, it's the same ones we were just looking at. Bang. Let's see. Extra smalls are in stock. So the 3-inch shorts right there. Let's make sure it's the same thing. Yeah, Inseam 3 right there. Sweet. Yeah, so buying these for 23. On Amazon, they're going for 45 very consistently. So that's another $10 profit per unit. And if we want to figure out how much we could actually buy of these, we'll get even more in depth with you here. So you can go to the data offers tab of Keepa, and this will basically show you over time how many units each seller had and what their price was. So like in this example, we can see the seller making some sales. You can see they went from 654 right there. And then their price was $54. $50. So right there's proof on the Keepa chart right down here that on March 11th right there, their price would have been, let's see, price would have been about $54. Their stock count went down. So that proves right there that people are buying this item for $54. That's awesome. We're buying these for 23. So seems like on the higher range, we could even be making almost a 75% ROI on this item, which is super great. And so you can find tons of these winning items literally just looking at the website sales. And in this case, digging a little bit deeper on items that we know are selling really fast. But you can also cheat your way to profitable items, right? With SellerAmp, we can see all of the items that each individual seller is selling. So let's just open up this seller right here. They're selling this item that we already found profitably. This is a really good shot that some of the other stuff in their storefront is also going to be profitable. And in this case, we can just filter down. We know there's a good sale at Nike.com today. And so instead of randomly clicking through the Nike website, you can go to these sellers who are already selling profitable items and then just compare those items back to the Nike website, basically. So all these court visions, all that kind of stuff. If you hit the Google button right there, a lot of times it's going to take you to that Nike listing. So there's the court vision Altas right there. And we can just start comparing back and forth to the items that this profitable seller is already selling back to the things that we know are already on sale, right? So it's a little bit of a cheat code. This is how I'd really recommend to start looking at products if you're a new Amazon seller. Looking through storefronts, start from the items that we found today, the profitable ones, the Hokas I showed you, a couple of these Nike items that were good, or just look through the website sales, right? Whatever you're more comfortable with, it's your business. Spend as much time as you can looking through these products. So now that we have a profitable item to sell, what happens next, right? So what we'll do is we'll ship these items into Amazon's warehouse. It costs about 60 cents per pound. Amazon has some great partnered shipping rates for us. And that's also a nice metric that I like to include in the settings of my SellerAmp account so that I know that I'm making profit after all the shipping, all that good stuff. When you ship it off to Amazon, it's going to take about 1 to 2 weeks to start making your first couple sales on those items. And then typically anywhere from 2 to 4 to fully check in for everything you sent to be available for sale by Amazon. And the way it works is you're going to send items into Amazon that look like this, right? So over on the left, there's this item that we used to sell back in the day, and we still do this exact same process for every item that we sell, right? So we print out one of those little FN SKU labels right there, and that's basically a unique barcode that tells Amazon, hey, this is my inventory. Don't get it mixed up with other people. I took good care of my inventory, so I want you to send the inventory that I took good care of to my customers when we make a sale, right? So what you'll do is you'll buy all these items, you'll put an FN SKU label on it, and then you'll box it up just like that big box pile right there, and you'll ship it off to Amazon. If you need a step-by-step guide on that, I've got a full free video on the channel. The first time you make a shipment might feel a little bit complicated, but after that, you'll be like, oh, I get it now. It's not too hard. The first one, I'll be honest, it took me a second, so it's okay if it takes you a little bit to get that first shipment out. It's easy after that, right? So, but using Amazon FBA can be a little bit slower than the fastest sellers will do. So what I'd really recommend if you want to speed run your way to making that $10,000 is by leveraging Amazon Merchant Fulfillment. You can send those items directly to the customers. And so what that looks like is on items like these Hoka shoes we were looking at the beginning here, all we need to do is have some proof that we can make sales as an FBM seller, right? So Amazon tends to prioritize sales to an FBA seller. Faster shipping, Amazon has validated the items are legit and all that kind of stuff. But we can also make sales even faster if we just do merchant fulfillment, because you can list an item and make a sale the exact same day. So all these items that we've been looking at today, you could buy it the day it shows up at your house, you list it FBM. And all you need to do to make sure that you can make sales like that is go to SellerAmp, go down to the buy box analysis tab here, and then I'm going to filter by the type. So this is saying FBM, right? So these are all of the FBM sellers who have made some sales on this listing, right? So we can see that 6 days ago, an FBM seller was able to make a sale on this product. And if you compare that to an item like these shorts that we found, we can see that when we filter by type, there's basically only FBA sellers that have been able to get sales here. And so if possible, on these items that you're finding profitably, list them as an FBM offer. It'll get it out to the customer much faster, helps you reinvest those funds and get to 10K profit way faster. And I also want to talk about a couple ways to make your first sales on Amazon as soon as possible. This is super, super important stuff. If you do these things, you will be making money faster than the average Amazon seller. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is try retail arbitrage, right? So all day we've been looking at online websites. That's a great way to source. That's how I run the vast majority of my business. But you can get hands-on experience, literally go out to the stores using SellerAmp. You can see all that same data we've been looking at. And all you need to do is scan the barcodes of the items and just buy anything that ends up being profitable, that sells well. If you don't know what good items look like on Amazon, or you want a full free criteria, I've got a free checklist down below. I'll leave that down below. Basically everything that I look for in an item. And then once you've gone out, whether it's online or at a store, you found something that is profitable, be sure to place a test order first, right? You don't want to make a big expensive mistake as a new Amazon seller. So buy 5, 10, 20 units of whatever you found, test the waters and FBM that item if possible, right? We dove into how to know when you can FBM an item. That's going to give you so much more speed. You're going to know how fast your items are going to sell. You're going to know that, hey, this item sells, it's still on sale. Let me go buy some more. Let me stock up and just have a ton more opportunity to make profit the more you merchant fulfill products, right? And most people are not willing to do that. So they don't get the advantages of speed and they don't get those advantages of being able to reinvest your money way, way, way faster. And then the other super important thing you want to do, just keep the momentum, set yourself a realistic daily goal. Something I really like to do is set a goal that you know you can hit, especially when you're first starting. If you set a massive unrealistic goal, you're going to feel like a failure, even if you succeeded, right? If you're going out and you're spending a couple $100 a day, but you're like, man, I want to just be spending $500 a day on product, you're going to feel like a failure, even though you just started a business and you're doing awesome. You're finding good, profitable inventory. So set yourself a daily or a weekly spend goal and set yourself some guidelines in terms of, hey, I'm going to spend at least 1 hour every day sourcing products. I know I have that. I usually watch Netflix for 4 hours a day. Let me just take one of those and start something productive with that extra hour I have. And then through that time budget, make sure you're hitting some kind of spend goal, right? So at the start, maybe it's $100 a day that you're going to spend on profitable inventory, and then just kind of step your way up. That's going to be the easiest way to find consistency in your business. Is obviously the more money you spend, the more money you're going to make. And if you're wanting to dive deeper into all this kind of stuff, I put together a case study on how I was able to make $60,000 profit in a single month with my Amazon FBA business. Broke down everything I sold, all the numbers being super transparent in a way that you probably won't see a ton online. And I broke down the 10 discounting methods, the ways that I'm actually able to squeeze profit on products where a lot of people are going to be skipping right past or being straight up unprofitable. So I'll leave a link down below for this case study if you want to check it out. Super valuable stuff, and it's completely free. But if you guys did get value out of today's video, please feel free to subscribe. That helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, feel free to like the video if you found it useful. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Feel free to drop those down below in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you next time.